the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back.
Welcome to GoRaidersLive.com and tonight's Class AA Girls Basketball Contest featuring the visiting O'Gorman Lady Knights, number 2 ranked in the state with 1 loss, and the host, Rapid City Stevens Raiders, ranked number 5. Brought to you subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv, and you can also follow on YouTube Stevens Raiders channel. Well, earlier tonight we had a chance to talk to head girls basketball coach Adam Danbring about the Raiders' performance last weekend in the rescheduled weather situation over in Watertown and Brookings. This is what Coach Danbring had to share.
Played really well both Friday and Saturday. It was one of those deals where we knew that both Watertown and Brookings were younger teams and their guards weren't quite as experienced as we were, and we were able to really get out and pressure them and turn them over. And then it also helped that that we did a fantastic job of shooting the basketball. I mean, I think against Brookings we had 7 threes in the first half, and maybe it was 7 against Watertown and 8 against Brookings in the first half. I don't know exactly what number we ended up with, but we really shot the ball well. And when you shoot the ball well, you got a chance to really play well. It helps when the ball goes to the hoop, and we kind of, it's like a snowball. We started off the game really well, and we just, both games were about 30 points at halftime. We had the running clock both second halves, and that's a lot less stressful for me, which is really what I enjoy. A little bit less stressful is okay, and I know that's probably not going to be the case, tonight and tomorrow, but we're looking forward to this challenge.
So Coach Adam Danbring on last week, and we'll quickly get to what his thoughts were coming in tonight. And this is what he said about the upcoming weekend here, against number 2 O'Gorman Lady Knights. Got to again thank and welcome the Raider Pep Band here as they're rocking as usual. Here's Coach Danbring on tonight's game.
They really pressure hard. They have 4 girls that start that are at least college level basketball players right now, and they might have a few more after that. So they are a fantastic basketball team. Obviously, you're not ranked number 2 in the state if you're not a great team. And we'll have our hands full. I don't know, we pride ourselves on being a great defensive team, but it is going to be a challenge to keep them down the whole night. And we realize it's probably a game of a few runs. But we also realize that they're high school kids too, and they're coming in here. They've had to drive across the state. So it's going to be a challenge. I'm looking forward to it. They're a great team. They're a great program. Coach Colesrud and the whole coaching staff do a great job for them. For us, we're looking forward to the challenge. I believe that we can play with any team in the state of South Dakota. So we're going to find out tonight.
So I'd like to thank Coach Danbring again for his time and his thoughts. We're also able to catch up with Raider guard, senior number 5'7" guard, Mackenzie Mack Schreiber. And this is what she had to offer on tonight's contest against O'Gorman. We will also bring halftime, conclude out Mackenzie's interview, as we also talked about the weekend and Watertown and Brookings, and also just talked a little about the senior season and the whole signing of a letter of intent as she'll join a couple of her teammates at Mount Marty in Yankton next year under Coach Bertram. So this is what Mackenzie Mack Schreiber had to say about tonight's matchup against the Lady Knights.
Yeah, it's super relieving to have that done before.
Oops, a little faux pas there. I don't know what went wrong. But we will definitely bring you Mackenzie's interview And looking at my notes here, I don't know if I wrote the wrong numbers down. Obviously I did. But we will find that segment for you and get it to you as we look forward to this one. Let's see what we got here.
I think just because we've known each other for so long,
Okay, that's her still talking about the senior group. And let's see if we can get to her interview on.
we were super excited coming into this year, and I think we've been.
So I certainly captured the senior portion of the interview.
Yeah, it's super relieving to have that done.
And that was, well, we're having some technical difficulties finding that spot. I apologize. Oh, here we go. This is a little better here. Got the right track this time.
Yeah, it's super relieving to have.
Well, once again, I apologize. Wrote some wrong numbers down, obviously. We're getting ready to go here on this one, so we'll turn it over to public address announcer Jason Hafner. And as we listen to these, I just want to really thank the students at Stevens High School that help with these productions. There was one student that wasn't able to make it, and it makes a huge difference. And I just want to give them a shout out and show respect to them because their contributions matter, as the technical difficulties and the live stream delays wouldn't be happening with them here.
As visitors on their campus, unruly, threatening, or obscene behavior will not be condoned at tonight's game. Thank you for your cooperation.
We'll talk about the tail of the tape here a little bit as they go forward through that.
We ask that everyone please continue standing.
The Raiders coming to this one 11-2. The Knights 12-1. The Knights ranked number 2. The Raiders ranked number 5. And now we'll hand it over to the Raider Pep Band as they play and honor our flag, their national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Please join in singing along as the Stevens High School Pep Band, under the direction of Mr. George Dragoo and Jordan Seidel, performs our national anthem. Introducing your Raider cheerleaders, Natalie Baker, Vivi Wasson,
Now we'll have the cheerleaders for the Raiders.
Kylie Barnes,
For the girls' game tonight, we have Natalie Baker, Vivi Wasson, Kate Terry, Kylie Barnes, Delilah Espinoza, Sadie Morgan, Shaylee Cowie, and Kaylin Barnes, and they are coached by Jamie Exner. And now we'll introduce the starting lineups here for the O'Gorman Lady Knights. London Backus will get the start. Ruby Moore, part of a lot of these girls, part of last year's Class AA championship team. And so they have a lot of experience coming back.
Lady Knights head coach Kent Colesrud, assisted by Barry Mattis, Crystal Richter, Dan Hughes, and Kristen Rydell.
And we'll get Missing one starter in there, and I thought it was number 30, but we can't see. They're turned sideways, but pretty sure that's who it was. Max Schreiber will get the start. Finley Love, another senior, will get the start, along with senior number 22, Jessica Griswold. Another senior guard, Hallie Peterson, gets a start. And at forward, the 8th grader, 6 foot, number 34, Marley Seyumanatafa. The O'Gorman Knights are coached by Kent Colesrud. And the Raiders by head coach Adam Danbring. Officials for tonight's game, Royce Wurtzer, Dwayne McPherson, and Kyle Lawson. And we're set to go as the Raider pep band, as we said before, is firing away here. Want to thank Avery for helping out. She's doing double duty. She's running the camera and the computer, so shout out to her, and please show your patience as she's trying to help out here. We're a person down, but next man up and we go. So the Knights come out with the ball. They go low to Terveen. She tries to step through. Peterson doesn't. Backus on the take off the glass, and 2 for the sophomore guard, London Backus. They'll get in a press, and they'll baseball pass to Schreiber. Get it to Peterson, back to Love. Love will split defenders, a little floater in the lane. It's off the rim and out. No good. With the rebound is Merman. The 5'10 senior will bring it up. Get it to Backus. She gets it inside. A little jump hook to Ellie Meyer, the 6 foot sophomore. Lady Knights up early, 4-0. Another press break, but this time Backus gets her hand in there. Moore will pick it up. Moore sets it, but then Seyumanatafa knocks it out of the way. It'll stay with the Lady Knights under the basket of the Raiders. Or their own basket, excuse me, on their offensive end. That'll go to Merman. Merman takes a couple bounces on Peterson, gets it off. Backus will fire 3. It's off. Seyumanatafa is there for the rebound. She gets it over to Love. Love pushes the ball up to Griswold, to Peterson. Peterson looked down low. Now she's double teamed, gets it to Seyumanatafa. She's going to go in hard, challenged by Meyer. No good. Here comes Merman. She'll go over to Terveen. Good. Terveen with the 3, and Coach Danbring will call an early timeout. And we'll be right back after this 30-second timeout.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
We're back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. The Lady Knights come out quick with a 7-point lead after baskets by Meyer, Backus, and a big 3 by Terveen. Griswold will get it back to Seyumanatafa. She'll go baseline, kick it out to Peterson, but it's knocked away by Terveen hustling to get over there. And now coming in for the Raiders will be Thornton. And Peterson will take the ball out of bounds underneath the basket. She'll get it out high to Max Schreiber. Max Schreiber runs it, little diagonal pass on the bounce, but the long Merman steals it. She'll go coast to coast. She'll take it all the way down and in with the left-handed layup. Boys, Camden. Thank you. Raiders bring her back down. Love to Schreiber, to Thornton. Thornton kicks out to Peterson. Kicked over to Schreiber, wide open 3 just off the front. Thornton's there to keep it alive and does. She'll go to the floor. She'll get tied up with Backus. And we're going to have a jump ball as eventually the ball went to Meyer, and Peterson was able to tie up. And it'll be Raider basketball underneath the basket. Thornton will stand on the end. Raiders will screen 3 low, double screen out to Schreiber. No 3 there. She'll kick it all the way over, skip pass to Griswold. Griswold will get it back to Love. Love will set the offense. Love, little fake drive and kicks it back out to Peterson, to Schreiber. Little kick pass, active hands by the Knights. Thornton will take it in, split the defense, and score for the Raiders' first bucket. The Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Number 2, senior 5'9" guard Hayden Thornton gets the Raiders on the board, and right back down comes Meyer, and no foul. Held the ground. Or Merman that was, excuse me, that's Merman. Raiders come back, and looks like Peterson had a 3, but no, Thornton will get fouled. And that'll be the first foul of the game, and that'll go, I believe, on Terveen. Will be her first. Falcon will come in with the defensive look. Raiders hoping Haley Falcon can get a 3 look here. Love. He'll bounce it over. Falcon being guarded by the much taller Merman. Well, they're in a zone, so I guess that's who's in the zone. Long 3 by Schreiber, not there. Thornton, fake, take. It's short, and it'll go out of bounds. Ball will go to the Knights. And Merman. And the Knights coming out like a lot of other teams do to try to get the Raiders out of their comfort zone, and that's apply pressure full court and then play a zone. And that time a turnover caused by the Raiders. And Sioux Manitofa finds Thornton underneath. She was a little too far enough for a shot. Intervene with her length and athleticism is able to knock it out. We'll reset here for the Raiders with 29 on the shot clock. Thornton put the ball into Love. Love, top of the key. She swings it over to Falcon. Falcon guarded quickly, no 3. Schreiber back out to Love. Love back down into Sioux Manitofa. Sioux Manitofa trying to turn and get a look. Can't. Terveen's just too athletic. She's going to pick it up and score. Terveen with a nice finish there for the Lady Knights. Raiders trail 2-11. 4:06 to go. First period. Schreiber, open look. That one's down. Nice feed by Love. Good open look for Schreiber. And then we're going to get a double dribble on Moore. And it's going to be a turnover. Raider basketball. They can cut into this 7-point lead on this possession. 3:55 to go. And Thornton will inbounds it. Looks like the Knights will sit in there 2-3 and let that one come into Finley Love. Love now. Off the bounce. Get it to Falcon. Falcon long 3. That's off the mark. Sioux Manitofa's there battling for it. She can't come over. Moore does, and then a great pass to Terveen. Love on the hustle, but Terveen finishes with the left hand. Another calm, confident finish by the 5'11 senior guard, number 30, Sydney Terveen for the Lady Knights. They extend the lead to 9. Raiders will bring back in Griswold. On the floor for the Raiders, Falcon, Thornton, Peterson, Griswold, Sioux Manitofa. For the Knights, you have Terveen. Now in is number 4, Kazera. Number 11, Weber. And still in there, number 33, Meyer. And a good Sioux Manitofa there in the right place, the right time, and just working hard underneath. Gets a putback. Big bucket for the Raiders. And Moore will wound out the players on the floor for the Knights. Her little turnaround jumper's not there. Thornton gets a little bump on the rebound, but comes down with it. Falcon open for 3. She'll bounce. And, just off. Good look. Sioux Manitofa there again. Goes up again and finishes for another 2. Raiders cut the lead to 5. 8-13 with 2:40 to go. Long 3 by the Knights, not there. Griswold had position, but the longer Meyer was there. Falcons down underneath, and it's going to go to White. Knocked out of there by Hayden Weber. And now underneath for the Raiders, full court pressure put on by the Knights and a kick there by Terveen. And we'll reset the timeline count. Peterson gets it in to Love. Love has to back up on the dribble. Peterson goes vertical. Nice little diagonal pass. Falcon is there to knock it back into Love. Love to Falcon. Falcon will drive, get it to Thornton. 20 on the shot clock. Plenty of time there. Look for Sayum Manitofa. She's not there. Now she is. She'll back in. Spin move goes up. Blocked by the athletic Longmire. And the Knights come down and fire a three. It's off. And fighting for the rebound is going to be the Raiders. It's stolen. And we're going to have a note. They're going to say number 4. Lucy Kazera was on the baseline when she made the pass off of a steal. Unlucky for the Knights. And the Knights will continue the full court pressure. Falcon will come out. Peterson will get the ball into Thornton. Thornton goes over to the top to Max Schreiber. Max Schreiber stops, pops a little jumper. It's short. And Sayum Manitofa can't track down the rebound, and the Knights come racing back, and that one's going to be too long for Meyer. It'll be a turnover right back to the Knights. So that's kind of what Coach Danbring and Max Schreiber, again, apologize, we weren't able to bring you that before the game. We'll get it at halftime. Said, if they're able to apply pressure and try to get as many turnovers, they can hang in there. And right now, there's been turnovers up and down the court. Schreiber gets in there, and we're going to have a jump. And Colesrud was ready to call a timeout, but they give the jump ball, which will keep the ball with the Knights. But then the possession arrow will flip now to the Raiders. Over to Meyer, three-pointer, off. Trying to get the rebound was Backus, but goes out of bounds off her effort. It'll be Hallie Peterson bringing up the ball here. She'll get it into inbounding the ball, She'll get it into Jessica Griswold. Over the top to Max Schreiber. Cuts into Sayum Manitofa. Hoop and harm! And one for the 8th grader. 6 foot, number 34, Marley Sayum Manitofa. She'll cut the lead to 3 and go to the line to have a chance to bring this within 2. As that'll be a foul on Ruby Moore. Team second. Her first. Sayum Manitofa from the line. Try to complete the traditional three-point play here. And that one's off. And the Knights will come right back down with it. And Merman drives hard, and she's going to get fouled. Don't know is it going to be Schreiber or Peterson. We'll see who they call it on. It's going to be 23 Peterson, her first, team first. But it was a shooting foul, so number 31, Sadie Merman, the 5'10 senior guard, will go to the line for the Knights. And she'll miss the first one.
In for O'Gorman, number 20,
Awell Okoye is in now, the 6'2 junior for the Knights. Second one is up and good for Herman. That one's quickly in. Peterson to Love, to Griswold, to Sayum Manitofa with one hand. She fakes and banks. A little no-look pass fake to the middle, brings it back down, and a layup, and the Raiders are within 2 with 50.9 to go after at one time trailing by as many as 9. The Raiders fighting back here. Moore gets it over to the top to Merman. Merman across. Backus blocked by Sayum Manitofa, the 8th grader. 40.8 to go. Love will slow it down. Try to get a good shot. She'll kick it over to Schreiber. Not there. Love drives. Kicks it out to Peterson. Peterson drives. Kicks it out to Sayum Manitofa. She drives. She'll go up. Scoop with the left hand. Not there. Peterson tries to get it. Nope, it's out of bounds. Last touch by Backus and the Knights. Ball will stay with the Raiders with 18 on the shot clock. 7-second differential here. Shot clock to game clock. Griswold, the senior, will put it in for the Raiders. She goes over the top to Love. 15 on the shot clock. Love directs traffic. Love over to Schreiber. Schreiber back to Love. Love tries to force a pass turnover. Shot clock will be off. The Knights have enough time to set something up here. 8 seconds on the game clock. Moore will try to look to go tight. She does. Stops. Pops. Off. And they put one back up, but it's no good. So at the end of the first period, the Lady Knights 14, your Stevens Raiders 12. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter after these words from our generous sponsors, bringing you Raider Athletics subscription free.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
We're back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Start of the second period. Love to Peterson for the Raiders. Raiders obviously in white, going right to left on your screen. The Knights in blue, going left to right on your screen. That'll be knocked out of bounds. Stay Raider ball. Let's see who's going to take that one out for the Raiders. Thornton will step back now as they get their set play going. High into Portlock. Portlock to Love. Love for three. Bounces in and out. Portlock goes up tough for the rebound. Tervee comes down with it, and she'll roll and get it out to Merman. Merman will go all the way down. Passes it over Weber. They look inside. Portlock's right there. She took a shot. She'll come out of there with it. Get it to Thornton, but no, Moore knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay Raider ball. So both teams, with their length and athleticism, have caused a lot of turnovers and a lot of balls knocked out of bounds. So teams have a chance to reset their defense. Thornton, baseline jumper, just off, but hustling to get the rebound. Griswold, we're going to have another jump. No, I think they're going to call a push this time. It was a tie-up, and Merman would just happen to give enough ground where Peterson ended up fouling her. That'll be 2 on her. That'll be a big foul for the Raiders with 7:10 to go in the half. She'll come out for the Raiders. So the Raiders have Griswold. That one's almost thrown away, but good catch there. One-handed pass, beautiful, down to number 33. Merman to Meyer. Tough pass, one-handed by Merman to beat the press there. Raiders, Thornton, Portlock, Griswold, Sayumanatafa, and Love. That one's no good, just can't find the basket. Moore goes over the top, now this time to number 11. She's bumped, no foul, but she turns a little hook. Well, half jumper there by the sophomore Hayden Weber. The lead back up to 6. And that one's chopped away, no foul called. And Meyer comes away with it. Weber takes a little hop, no call. She'll push it over to Terveen. Quick three, it's off. Sayumanatafa challenges with Merman. Merman gets the rebound but throws it out of bounds. It'll be turnover to the Raiders. On the floor for the Knights, Moore, Meyer, Merman, Terveen, and Weber. For the Raiders, Schreiber's back in. Press, still on. A kick. That's going to reset everything here. reset the timeline. The shot clock looks like it's going to stay at 30 because it's not where it needs a reset to.
Returning for the Raiders, number 4, Haley Falcon.
Falcon will come back in. Griswold will take a breather. 6:05 to go. Thornton looking for that diagonal pass, just not there. Love will get it on the dribble and get it for speed, and it's going to be a 10-second violation on the Raiders. And Love had a sense of urgency, just did not get it over the timeline in time. Moore to Meyer. Meyer off the bounce. We'll get it to Merman. Merman will take it left hand on the bounce. Kicks over to Weber. A little jumper. Not there. Sioux Manatafa corrals that rebound, and Love tries to go over the top. Unaware Schreiber comes and cuts off the deflected pass. And a little baseline jumper. Good by Hayden Thornton, the 5'9 senior guard, number 2 for the Raiders. Back to a 4-point game. Long pass over to Weber in the corner. Now it's kicked back out to Ellie Meyer. Meyer to Sydney Terveen. She'll drive, stop, turn, pop, 2. Tough take. So smooth. 6-point lead again with 5 to go in the half. Schreiber over to Love. Love will kick it back over to Schreiber. Schreiber now goes diagonal to Sioux Manatafa. Sioux Manatafa, long pass to Falcon. Nearly blocked. Schreiber will slip one, has an open look for a 3. It's off. Rebound challenge, and instead of a jump, we're going to get a foul on Hayden Thornton on the tie-up. That'll be the third team foul. A second team foul for this quarter, third overall. O'Gorman has no fouls this quarter, and I believe only 2 overall. Terveen looking. Good defense by the Raiders. Finally gets it into Backus. Backus now with Falcon guarding her will use a screen to the right, kick it out, get it to Moore. Moore not there. Backus will go baseline. Griswold does a nice job to tie it off. Moore will keep dribbling. She'll get it out. 3 points for Terveen, who's feeling it. I have her down for 12, and the player board has her also for that. And we've got a foul on the Knights. Good job there by Thornton to guard the ball. Protect the ball, I should say. That'll be Moore second. So with 4:13 to go, she'll have to come out, much like Peterson had to come out. She'll come out, and Kazera and Merman will be back in for the Knights. Griswold to Falcon. Falcon, inside pass to Thornton. It was knocked away. She couldn't chase it down. Battles Kazera. Kazera nearly walked, and Coach Colesrud wisely calls a timeout because he knew the 10-second call, the timeline call was coming. So we'll have a 30-second. We'll stay right here. We'll stay right here on this 30. And going through here, take a look at some of the scoring so far for the Raiders. The 8th grader, number 34, Marley Sioux Manatafa, has 8. Max Schreiber has 2. Hayden Thornton has 4. To give the Raiders their 14. They had a 2-point lead at the end of the quarter. And just quietly and slowly, the O'Gorman Knights have opened that to a 9-point lead after both teams traded a lot of turnovers, and some baskets just didn't fall for the Raiders. For the Knights, we talked about Terveen's 12. Meyer will have 4. Merman 3. Weber and Backus 2 apiece for their 23. So as the teams break the huddle, again, the O'Gorman Lady Knights coming in, the defending Class AA state champion. Record this year 12-1. Their only loss to the Raiders' opponent tomorrow, the Brandon Valley Lynx. The O'Gorman Lady Knights on the seed point standings are ranked number 2 And the Brandon Valley Lynx, who will be here tomorrow afternoon, are ranked number 1 as they're undefeated. A clean sheet so far. Not sure what we're waiting for. Something at the score table. Looks like we got it squared away as experienced official Dwayne McPherson makes sure the score table's ready to go. Backus will get it in. He'll get it into Merman. Merman off the bounce. Guarded by Thornton. Tough. Good job. Little jump defense. The length of Terveen saves that. Wide open Backus. Her three's off. Sayumana Tafa is going to get the rebound. She goes long to Falcon. Falcon will rush for a layup. And it's good. Raiders back within 7. 3:30 to go. Pressure applied. Terveen will get it over the timeline from the pass of Backus. Gazera will drive, and she's going to be fouled before the shot. Going to call that on the floor. And that's Falcon with her first, team third. So with 3:21, the Raiders 2 more fouls, and the Lady Knights will be shooting. Falcon will come out. Love will come back in. The Augie commit, 5'5" senior guard, number 11, Finley Love, will run the show for the Raiders. Meyer now looks to Terveen. Over to Merman. It's a tough threesome right there. Merman takes. Good job by Thornton to come over and alter the shot. Maybe he got a piece of it with her length and athleticism. She'll get it over the top to Sayumana Tafa. She'll go to the hole. She'll go up. No foul. Good job of defending there by Meyer, who just sprints down the court like a gazelle. And the Knights will reset over to Backus. She wants to go middle. No one there. She goes baseline to Gazera. Gazera up, off. Good rebound by Love. Love will get it to Griswold. Griswold to Schreiber. Schreiber over to Love. Love. Back to Schreiber. Love. Max Schreiber over to Griswold. Good movement here by the Raiders. Looking for a shot. They do get Sayumana Tafa inside. She goes up. No good. She follows. No good. No foul called. Crowd wants a call. No call there. It'll go back to the Knights. And Terveen with another 3. Her third of the game. Her 15th point. And a turnover there. Kazera will get it and 1. Kazera. So the Raiders, as they cut her down to 7. Few turnovers and missed shots, and another 3 by Terveen, and it's a 12-point game with 2 minutes to go in the half. And junior 5'8" guard number 4, Lucy Kazera, has a chance to extend the lead by 1. Traditional three-pointer. She'll go to the stripe. Her throw is good. 13-point lead. Moore will check in. Kazera will sit. Press applied. Griswold back to Peterson, who's in with 2 fouls. Moore also 2 fouls. Griswold crisscross pass. Falcon. She's got a look. Just short. And Merman will come coast to coast. So good. Left hand. She'll pop it up. Not there. Meyer comes hard for the rebound. Thornton is there. She'll come out with it. She'll dribble. She'll go coast to coast. Fake, bake, left-handed shot. Good! Hayden Thornton with an old school scoop layup there. After a fake to the right, comes back with the left hand. 1:19 to go. Raiders trail by 11. And that one's going to get airmailed over the head of, I think that's Merman. It'll go back to the Raiders. They'll get it on the side. Knights will still set the press here with Terveen up on the ball. Moore in the middle, stalking, and Weber on the end. And the length of Merman and Meyer in the back. Love. She'll work the left side. She'll get it to Peterson. Peterson back over to Falcon. Falcon. 3. Just short. It was online. 52 seconds on the clock. The Knights will bring it back down. Quick pass, too quick. Thornton thought about letting it out of bounds, but does well to get it and go, as she knew Merman was trailing. One less press defender for the Knights. And Peterson will get it to Falcon. Falcon, errant pass, but Griswold works to get it back, and they're calling it over and back, even though the ball was knocked away. And it's getting explained, but it was hard to see if there was possession established on that one. Dwayne McPherson is explaining it. Royce Wurzer called it. They're right on the floor. It was close. The ball got knocked away, and to get it, Griswold had to go over, but tough call on the Raiders. And it'll go to Moore. Moore with a good move. Runs into Sayumana-Tafa, and Sayumana-Tafa will get it to Falcon. No, she won't. Meyer with her length is there, and she'll bring it down the court on the bounce. She'll kick it back to Moore. Stuffed by Sayumana-Tafa. A little jump hook by Terveen, one of her few missed shots. This will go over the top to Griswold. She'll stop. Pop, three off the rim and out. And your score at the end of 2 periods at halftime, Lady Knights 29, Stevens Raiders 18. After 2, the Raiders trail by 11. Had their chances, just couldn't make some shots, and the Knights had a chance to open this up even more, but good defense by the Raiders and some missed shots on their own has kept this one to 11. We'll be right back after some messages from our sponsors on GoRaidersLive.com.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to
apologize for that. We did not know the Raider drumline was going to be entertaining us tonight, which is always a pleasure. So we are going to stay right here. Coverage of the Raider drumline, and then we'll hope to get you some interview time from Mackenzie Mack-Schreiber. Raider drumline under the direction of George Dragoo. Showing their moves here tonight. As you can see, Avery's doing a nice job of capturing their performance. that is your Raider drum line. Always do a great job. Under the direction of George Dragoo. We're going to take you now to Mackenzie Schreiber and what she had to say about tonight's game. Apologize for that technical difficulty early. So let's take it away here, Max Schreiber. I believe we're ready.
Yeah, we're really excited to play this team. They're a tough team, but I think we're ready to go. We're just going to keep building each other up and play hard.
So that's what Max Schreiber had to say about tonight's game. Again, we had a nice chat with her. All these student athletes that we've been able to have the pleasure to interview, just so modest, so humble, and Mackenzie Max Schreiber is no different. Smart, articulate kid. Had a, really good conversation about her journey and decision making to go to Mount Marty. But we also asked her how she felt the Raiders did last week, her and her teammates, East River against Watertown and Brookings. That's what she had to say.
Yeah, I think we had a great weekend last week. We played super well as a team. We just moved the ball well. We found our open shooters. We're running the court super well.
So again, just precise to the point, well spoken by her. And then we asked her about, her senior year and, how they gel and those things. So we got a couple of cut-ups for that one here as Mackenzie Max Schreiber, number 5 for the Raiders on her senior season and her teammates here.
We were super excited coming into this year, and I think we've been having a really fun season. Been having a lot of fun with each other.
And then she kind of concluded that one with just, why they're able to just naturally come together as a team, I guess, so to speak. So here she is on that.
I think just because we've known each other for so long, like I've been playing with Finley since I was in 3rd grade, and then Jessa and Hallie since middle school. So I think just being with each other for so long, we just know how we play.
And we rounded out the interview talking to her about, her recruiting journey and some of the same things we talked about the other players with on that process and how she felt about it. So here is that last end of her bit.
Yeah, it's super relieving to have that done before season and just getting to play with my teammates. But I chose Mount Marty because I can do nursing and play basketball there, which is unique somewhat. It's a hard major. So, and then I also just really liked the coaches and the environment that they have there.
Well, we want to thank Mackenzie Max Schreiber for coming up and visiting with us. Just another opportunity to visit with these scholar athletes that work hard at practice, work hard in the classroom, and she'll be heading out to Mount Marty with Jessa Griswold, Hallie Peterson, but also from Rapid City Christian, Sadie Marshall and Brent Casey. So good luck to all of them, and Mount Marty, you're getting a good crop from Rapid City there, definitely. We'll be right back we'll be back in 1 minute with more Raider girls basketball.
For the finest names in RVs, our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
We're back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. The Raiders trail 18-29. Some first half stats in the steel column. The O'Gorman Knights with 9, the Raiders with 4. Turnovers, the Raiders have 12, the Knights have 10. Rebounds, the advantage to O'Gorman 21-18. Offensive rebounds, advantage to the Raiders 6-5. But the Raiders just from the field are having some shooting woes, and a lot of that is a contested shot by the O'Gorman Knights. O'Gorman is shooting fair, but again, the pressure of the Raiders isn't making it easy for them either. The Knights 12 of 30 for 40%, 3 of 10 from 3. Those are all Trevine for 30%, 2 of 3 of the line for 67%. The Raiders 9 of 30 from the field for 30%, 0 of 10 from 3, and 0 for 1 from the line. As we get set here, Knights will have the ball coming out of the possession. It'll be Merman to Moore. Moore will bring it up on the bounce. She'll get jump, double team trap here, almost stepped on the line. She'll give it over to Ellie Meyer. Meyer goes long to Backus. Backus will back it out on the mascot to Moore. To Merman. She'll go the middle. A swat away by Seyamanatafa, and Griswold comes out of it and can't make the layup, and Seyamanatafa's there. Gets the ball to Love. Love dribbles it out and gets it to Griswold. Unlucky there for the Raiders, couldn't get the layup. They'll reset the offense here and give it over to Schreiber. Back to Griswold. Now to Love. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Schreiber. Peterson. Peterson will go baseline. Kick out Love. Not there. Swing pass. Great rotation defense by the Knights. And as soon as Seyamanatafa puts it on the floor, Knights are there. Love tries to put up a 3, and she's blocked. And then we're going to get a call on Finley Love coming through to knock the ball, it looks like. It's going to be on Seyamanatafa. Didn't see her down there, but she got a foul. There was a couple Raiders in there. It'll go back over to the Knights, who lead by 11. Backus from Moore. Back to Terveen. Terveen over to Ellie Meyer. Meyer on the bounce. Sadie Merman. And there's going to be a pile up there, and we're going to get a call here. That was Merman and Peterson that got tangled up. Peterson comes out of there. Let's hope she's okay. That's going to be her third. That's tough for the Raiders. One of their senior leaders, and just going for the ball, going to hustle, get a foul, and let's hope she's okay and can get back in for the Raiders. And this one will be inbounded Trevine to Moore. Moore marked by Love. Meyer, quick step on Seyamanatafa. A little help by Griswold. She has to pop it out to Tervine. 3. She has been money with the 3 ball. Her 4th. 18 for the night. Griswold to Schreiber. Back to Griswold. To Love. Thought about a 3. Backs out. Schreiber. Raiders trying to get good movement on the ball. They do. Good pass there. Thornton thinks about going up. Doesn't. Schreiber will go baseline, a little hop-in move, and off the glass for 2. Nifty little move there by Mackenzie Mack Schreiber, who you heard from just a minute ago at halftime. Good defense there, but Moore has her poise, gets it to Tervine, and now Backus with a little jumper right inside the three-point line, tipped out to Meyer. Meyer will get it out to Tervine, long 3, that one's off, and good box out by Finley Love on Ellie Meyer. And she'll get the rebound and bring it up. Get it one-handed to Griswold, to the corner, to Max Schreiber, to Griswold. She thought about Thornton. Doesn't go there. Really pack it in on Seyamanatafa in this zone. Active players. There's a back door. Thornton was there, but it's a kick out to Love for 3. In and out. Unlucky. But Thornton is right there. She'll go up and get fouled. London Backus will pick up that foul. That's her first, team first. Thornton will be the line for the Raiders. She'll miss the first. Peterson will come back in with 3. Falcon comes back in. Thornton on the line. Schreiber, Love. And that one will roll in for the Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Hayden Thornton for the Raiders. Matt Schreiber with good defense. More about dribbling off for toe, but regained possession. Terveen. Meyer looks to Moore. Moore's not there. Good defense by the Raiders here. Really picking up. But this one gets to Terveen. A little pass into Meyer, and that's just, too good, but unlucky. Rolls away. Moore is there. She'll back out, and nope. Schreiber has the rebound, but she'll get picked and foul Terveen. So Schreiber did everything right, but the length of Terveen took her off. That'll be her first foul. Team third with 4:50 to go. Terveen, who's been a scoring machine here, will go to the line and she'll miss her first free throw. Hayden Weber comes back in, the 5'11 sophomore who had a good first half. Terveen, she'll make the second. Peterson to Love. Love back to Peterson. O'Gorman in the press again. Terveen with her length, and also Weber, the sophomore, and Moore with quick hands. Intercepts the pass, stops, pops off the ground. Terveen, little jump hook, not there. Ball's caroming all over, and eventually it's going to get knocked off of the O'Gorman Knights. Raider ball. Sioux Manitoba will come back in for the Raiders. They'll have Falcon, Sioux Manitoba, Schreiber, Thornton, and Love, as Peterson will take a seat. Thornton into Love. Thornton. Raiders trying to go vertical or diagonal. The Knights are just there. That time Schreiber, nicely done there. And Haley Falcon sees no one baseline and just takes it, puts up a floater. And now Moore will get it contested by Max Schreiber, the Raiders senior, number 5. Moore on the take, runs into Thornton. Ball's loose. Schreiber comes up with it. A little touch pass to Thornton. Thornton for 2. Good! That'll give her 8 points. The Raiders cut the lead to 8, but Merman comes right back down to Meyer. Meyer misses, gets a rebound, but Sioux Manitoba challenges. And we're going to have a jump ball, and we're going to have possession to the Raiders. Raider basketball after the hustle of the 6-foot 8th grader, number 34, Marley Sioux Manitoba. Thornton will take it in. She'll stand on the tee. Schreiber facing that press. Back to Thornton. Back to Max Schreiber. About 4 ticks on the clock. Good pass by Schreiber. Thornton will break the timeline. Falcon gives up the 3. Back to Thornton. Back into Sioux Manitoba. She's going to turn. No one there. Gets it out to Thornton. Thornton's going to drive, get picked. Kick it over to Griswold. Over to Schreiber, but it's stolen. And then knocked away by Griswold. Back to the Raiders. Thornton left hand layup. Good! She has 10. Raider leads 6. And the ball knocked out of bounds. If it'll stay right here with the Knights, but the Raiders will get to set their press again. And we have a timeout here by Coach Colesrud. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll be right back with more Raider girls basketball, brought to you subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. You're following Raider girls basketball subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv. You can also find us on YouTube, Stevens Raiders. Moore and the Lady Knights will break the press. Meyer to Moore. Moore long three. It's just short. That was on, but just short. Thornton comes out of there with the rebound. She'll get the ball up to Max Schreiber. She'll hand it off to, she'll fake hand off to Falcon and move it over to Thornton. Griswold, Thornton, Schreiber. Falcon, open, three, short. Another one online, just short. Moore will get it up to Weber. Weber to Terveen, back to Weber. Out to Meyer for three. In and out, but right there is Ruby Moore. No one boxed out on the backside, and that'll be two for Moore. And the lead back up to 8. Falcon almost over and back, but the ball's knocked away, and we're going to have a jump ball, and that's going to be possession to the Knights. So it appeared to be an ugly game with a lot of turnovers. It is right, but it has to be respected and acknowledged that it's because of both these teams just get after it defensively. Moore now being marked by Schreiber. Sioux Manitoba will come out for help. Moore knows it, goes down low, and 2 for Weber. Nice pass and nice idea there by Ruby Moore, the junior. Thornton pops it over to Schreiber. Schreiber looks around, saw the referee, thought it might be a player because it seems like the Lady Knights are everywhere. Good pass from Thornton to Sioux Manitoba. Turn, top, block, no foul. Crowd wants a foul. Kazera will come in. She'll back down. She'll go off glass, not there. And then Sioux Manitoba, out of a little frustration, came from the other end and tried to get the rebound. And that's going to be a foul. Yeah, that's an 8th grader just frustrated, thinking she did everything right. And the referees were both right there, no calls, and that's how it goes sometimes. So Marley, though, got to love the competitive attitude. Terveen to Moore. Moore off the bounce, turnaround jumper, great defense. Not there, and then more great defense, and it's going to go back to the Raiders. Peterson shielded Weber. Weber was able to get a hand on it, but to no avail. Peterson on the tee. She'll get it into Griswold. Weber and Terveen. About 4 ticks left for the Raiders to get it over the timeline. They do. Moore comes through, tries to get it, but this time, good job by Jessica Griswold. Saw her coming, reached out to the ball, then brought it close, and then Moore made the contact, and that's her 3rd on Moore. 2nd team foul, 4 on the Raiders with 1:19 to go. Love, little shake and bake to the left. She'll get it out to Max Schreiber. She kicks back out to Peterson. Peterson baseline, little jumper, floater. Oh, does everything but go in. That one's going to come out. Max Schreiber, smartly, because of the call they had earlier, lets it go across the timeline before she grabs it. Peterson, Max Schreiber. Hallie Peterson working so hard on that baseline, trying to get open. Love. Griswold. Griswold over to Schreiber. It's knocked away. The Knights come up with it. And that's what they do. You can go 17. Oh, and another steal. Schreiber will go straight to the hole. One-handed layup. And good. Max Schreiber, her 6th point of the night. 8-point game with 30 seconds to go. No difference, it seems to be. Maybe a slight different shot to game clock. Has to be because it's still on, and we're going to get a call there by the Raiders. I think that's going to be on Portlock, who's come in for the Raiders. Kazera will come out. Merman will come in, who's had a great game. And going to line is going to be Ellie Meyer for the Knights for 2, as that was the Raiders' 5th with 21.1. Her first is good. Meyer, the 6-foot sophomore forward, with her 2nd, and it also gets a shooter's touch. So Ellie Meyer with 2 to take the lead up to 10. 29-39, Raiders trail, 14 seconds to go in the 3rd. This gets back over to Love, to Griswold, to Schreiber. Griswold back to Peterson, tries to float it over to Portlock. but the length of the Knights is there, and they're going to try to get a shot off, and they do, but it's long, too long. And at the end of 3, the O'Gorman Knights here tonight, 39. Your Stevens Raiders 29. We'll be back for the start of the 4th quarter after words from our generous sponsors, bringing you Raiders Athletics subscription free.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720.
Welcome back to GoRaidersLive.com, Raider basketball. The number 5 Rapid City Stevens Raiders trail the number 2 O'Gorman Lady Knights 29-39 as Raiders come out with the ball. Love. She'll put it back to Portlock. Just getting some minutes for Peterson, who's foul trouble. Sayumanatafa, a little short jumper. It's in and out. Portlock tries to battle Backus for the rebound, but the Knights come out with it. Moore will take it right to the hole. Tough and finish. She accelerated, and that first step was so quick. There's this Raiders trailed her, and then an errant pass right to Merman. Merman turns. Moore, three-pointer. It is good. Ruby Moore heating up. That's 7 for the quarter, and Coach Danbring down 15 will try to reel this in. He calls a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll be right back after these 60 seconds.
7663 for a quote, or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
Community banking should be kind of personal. That's because there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more, too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt
Renters
Auto
Insurance
Group of
at
Rapid
State Farm.
City Press
I'm
Box.
State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renters rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All at
Welcome back. Off the break, out of the timeout. Knocked out of bounds by the Knights. Raiders will retain possession here. Peterson back in. That's great to see. Now they're changing where the inbound will come from. They'll go to one of the 8 spots on the court that's designated. And Coach Colesrud for the Knights is questioning why. And the officials are saying, this is where it's going to be. Let's go. Foul on Merman for the Knights. So it was a foul that knocked it out of bounds, and then a turnover. Love got it to Griswold, and I think the Knight defender hit it, and then Griswold tried to reach out to grab it, and it went out of bounds off of her hand. Moore, guarded by Love. She'll give it over to Merman. Merman looked like maybe a near walk. She's blocked off by Schreiber. And looked like a jump, and instead of a jump, it's going to be a foul. That's going to go on Mackenzie Schreiber, her second. And we've seen early in a quarter anyway, we've seen more fouls than we've seen all night, but that'll probably balance itself out here as both teams continue to play aggressive. Griswold on Terveen, who's had the hot hand for the Lady Knights. She has 19. Moore, who's heating up this half. She's had 7. She'll get it back to Terveen. Terveen. Merman, 3, left-handed, not there. Peterson, good box out and rebound. Terveen will cut her off. She'll get a jump help by Backus. And now Thornton comes back to help out Peterson. Nice loft pass over the top. Peterson, Falcon for 3. Good! Haley Falcon drains a 3. Lead down to 12. 6:09 to go. Raiders going to back off pressure here. And O'Gorman will run their half-court set. I'm sure gladly as Moore has it on the bounce. She gets it over to Merman. Terveen, long 3. Good! Who needs to work the shot clock when you have the three-point shooter Sydney Terveen, the 5'11 senior guard. That's 22 for the night, and I believe 5 threes. Good job by Griswold to break the press. Thornton with the nice little jumper in the paint. That's going to fall. Good take and a good press break there by the Raiders. Thornton will have 13 on the night. Kicked out to Terveen. She's guarded by Griswold. Thought about a 3. Gets it over to Ellie Meyer. Meyer has the lane. Seyu Manatafa comes over, but just too late as Meyer saw the lane open and took a quick step. Moore for 3. That's off. Merman with the rebound. And with the full shot clock here, we'll see if the Knights try to run some clock. Up by 15 with 4:55 to go. Moore. Over to Merman. Back to the middle to Terveen. Terveen tries to go around the back. It should have been a carry, but no, we're going to get a foul. She went around the back, but the ball rested on her back. And then they're going to say Peterson fouled her. And that's her 4th. Schreiber will come back in quickly for her. And Moore will bring the ball inbound. She'll stand on the end of the baseline. Meyer to Weber. Little off the screen, they get it to Terveen. She thought about Meyer, kicks it back out to Merman. Merman will go baseline left hand, runs into Seyu Manatafa, and she's going to get the block. Call that on Seyu Manatafa, her 3rd. That'll be the team 3rd with 4:34 to go, and Terveen gets it in from Moore. She'll step back 3, not good. Challenging for the rebound is Falcon with Weber, but the length of Weber, Terveen hits it off Weber, stays in bounds, and we're going to get a jump ball, and it'll stay with the Knights.
Returning for the Raiders, number 23, Hallie Peterson.
Peterson will come back in with her 4 fouls. And as a lot of coaches say, well, you can't take them with you. Moore fakes a pass, then gets it in. Now she'll take the ball off the dribble. She'll be guarded by Seyu Manatafa. Cutter, good is Terveen. A screen and a cut. And Seyu Manatafa had no chance. Not too many people could recover there. Thornton. Get across the timeline, get it to Peterson. Peterson finds Seyu Manatafa. Wide open underneath for an easy basket. That'll be 10 for the 8th grader. She's into double digits. Merman almost walked again. No call. Meyer will take Seyu Manatafa. She'll pass it over to Terveen, and Terveen is just carving up with her cuts. And off the screen, the angles to the basket. Thornton, tough take. It rolls out. Terveen has 26. Moore now will come down. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Terveen in the paint. She'll get fouled, and I think that's going to be on Thornton. We'll see if they call it on Seyu Manatafa or Thornton here. It will be on Sioux Manitoba, so that's her fourth. And it looks like the Raiders are going to call 30-second timeout for the Raiders. We'll be right back after this 30-second.
Looking subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Sorry, that last piece was only a 15-second commercial, so apologize for that. But we're back. Also wanted to let you know while we come back early, between games, we'll stay right here and have the boys game on this same stream as the local news, one of the local news stations, News Center 1, is going to be broadcasting the boys game live. Don't see that happen much very often, so they'll be right next to us. So hopefully we'll get to catch all of that action. And we'll also have between games the announcing of this class of Hall of Fame for the Raider Athletic Hall of Fame. And we will stay right here for that between games and try to give you a little bit of information on each inductee as yours truly went to the table and snuck a few pictures in. That's Terveen on the line. Her first free throw is good. Second is up and good. That gives her 27 for the night. Peterson into Love. 19-point lead here now. Love over to Peterson. Peterson on the bounce. She'll get it to Sioux Manitoba. She'll take it in strong. It goes off of the glass, but the foul's going to be on Meyer. I think that's only going to be her first. That is her first. The Lady Knights, with their experience, length, athleticism, all that, but then they have the control. They don't. Moore has 3 fouls, and two of them have been very aggressive attempts to steal. So very good control and discipline as Sioux Manitoba makes the free throw. 18-point game now, 2:53 to go. Marley with her second, it's up and good. So the 8th grader shows good skills from the charity stripe with her throws. And Raiders apply good defense, and Raiders wanted it off more, but they're going to say Schreiber knocked it out of bounds, who's did a nice job guarding the ball there. And 30 seconds on the shot clock. The Knights will try to bring it back in. That time they're going to get a foul on Finley Love. Both players going for the ball, but there was contact. And we'll walk, that's the 5th. So we'll walk down the end of the court. And Moore will be at the line for 2. She makes the first. For her 8th point. Moore's second throw is almost in and out, but shooter's touch. It goes down. Moore now has 9. Thornton. Back to Peterson. To Thornton. Excuse me. Thornton now looks to get it to Peterson. Tipped again, and Schreiber will let this go out of bounds. So it stays with the Raiders with 23 on the shot clock. Peterson into Love. Love backs out. She's on the logo. Now on the mask out is Thornton. To Peterson. She tries to kick it back out, and the length of Weber denies another one, and a nice pass up to Merman, but there is Sioux Manitoba, stays in bounds, gets it to Peterson, who dribbles right into the press that was set instantly by the Knights. And now Love with the ball at the bottom of the logo. She'll try to drive. Splits defenders, little floater off the back of the iron, no good. She got it off glass, was just a little tight. She has a little competitive hand slap because she knew she worked so hard and did everything skill-wise right to get that shot off. Just needed a little bit more arc to get a little bit more of that back of the glass. Moore. Merman. She pops it back to Moore. 5 on the shot clock. Weber. That's off. But and rebound will come off, get bounced around, but eventually go to the Raiders. Schreiber tries to bounce past to Thornton, but Meyer's too good there. But Schreiber, not to be denied, steals it back, gets it to Love. Love splits defenders again, but this time she's fouled. So that one's going to go on Hayden Weber, her first. Team third, so with 111, the Knights still have 2 fouls to give, but not too worried about that here with the 19-point lead. That one's off. And Merman will just kick it back out to Moore with 56. They're just going to play keep away here. Merman. Kicked out to Terveen, right back down into Meyer. She can't get it. She left it a little short up on the glass, and we'll have a jump. It'll be to the Raider ball. Falcon got in there and tied up with the much taller Ellie Meyer, and with 37.9, the Raiders will put this one in. The Knights continue to show pressure. Love, nice job of getting it over the timeline. Over to Schreiber, kicks it to Falcon. Love, Schreiber, Seyu Manatafa. Little bounce pass to Falcon, and it's going to go off Falcon to the Knights, 16.6. I would think once the Knights get it over the time clock, they're just going to hold on to the ball as the Raiders are backing off. So that'll do it for this one. Looks like we're going to have a final score of O'Gorman Lady Knights 57 and your Rapid City Stevens Raiders 38. The Knights, we'll just stay right here. The Knights will now move to 13-1, and it looks like they're back in action on 2-10 versus Sioux Falls Lincoln, and it's a doubleheader. So the boys' version of that will be pretty good. The girls' version, Lincoln's a little down, and they're on the rebuild, so that may not be, but you never know. That's why we play. The Raiders now will go to 11-3, and they're back on the court. 2-13-14 in Yankton and Harrisburg. We're going to stay right here and be part of the Raider Hall of Fame introduction as Activities Director Nick Karn gives a little thought about all that they've contributed to Raider Nation and Raider Nation athletics.
The future of Stevens High School. At this time, we would ask that to please direct your attention to center court as we recognize this year's Hall of Fame inductees.
Looks like the first inductee is going to be Daryl Parker. So it looks like he graduated from Rapid City High in 1965 as a three-sport athlete. And then after he went and got a degree at Black Hills State University, he started teaching and coaching at Stevens High School in 1974. He coached football, wrestling, and tennis, including being part of a state championship football team in 1974 and a state championship wrestling team in 1988. It's known for his dedication and preparation. He remained an assistant wrestling coach until 1999, and he was supported throughout his career by his wife Georgine and his proud family.
Supported throughout his career by his wife Georgine and his proud family. One more time for Daryl Parker.
Nice there for Daryl Parker.
Next we have Brittany
Now Brittany Garner-Ryman. Brittany, I can remember her being an outstanding sprinter. A standout multi-sport athlete at Stevens. Softball, gymnastics, track. Track became her signature, where she won 7 state gold medals, set several school records, and competed at nationals. She went on to compete in Division I track at SDSU before earning a degree in nursing and physician assistant studies. She is a physician assistant in Rapid City today and a wife and a proud mother of 2.
Today she is a physician assistant in Rapid City, a wife, and a proud mother of 2. Congratulations, Brittany. Next we have Jeff Andrews.
Next up is Jeff Andrews, a 1977 graduate of Stevens. He was a standout athlete, an all-state basketball player. He still holds 7 school assist records. Baseball was his sport. He earned all-state honors with post 22 and set many pitching records. He was the first post 22 player to win an American Legion World Series game. He pitched collegiately at East Tennessee State, was drafted by the Cubs in 1981, and then built an outstanding coaching career. Now in his 40th year of professional baseball coaching, he currently works with the Texas Rangers. And now the belle of the ball, Jenna Lucas Dorman. Jenna Dorman, a Rapid City native and Stevens High School graduate, standout distance runner in cross country and track. She helped lead multiple state championship teams in cross country and track, gold medals in the 4x8. Jenna graduated in 1988 and went on to compete in cross country and track at University of Nebraska and earned academic All-American honors. She later became a physician's assistant and returned to Rapid City. She's been practicing for nearly 20 years. Jenna and her husband Matt have 3 awesome children and remain deeply connected to the athletics in the community. And I would also have to say that she's a pretty darn good sister-in-law. Congratulations, Jenna. Mike Jones, 1989 Stevens grad, one of the school's top multi-sport athletes, earned letters in football, basketball, and track, led a team to the state championship in 3 sports. He was an all-state football player, team captain. He went on to play tight end and have a great career at University of Wyoming. He broke a school record and competed in multiple bowl games. After athletics, he dedicated his life to education ministry, serving as a teacher and later as a pastor. He and his wife, Aquarius, are proud parents of 2 sons, and his life reflects a lasting commitment to leadership, service, and impact. Jones. And Laura Teason Kemmering, Rapid City native and Stevens High School grad. She was phenomenal in gymnastics and track. I remember she earned a perfect 10. So she was the first ever to get a perfect score of 10 on the beam. She helped the Raiders to multiple state championships. She also excelled in track, becoming a standout pole vaulter and contributing to 14 state championships. She went on to compete at Western Carolina University, where she won multiple conference titles and held the Southern Conference pole vault record for 2 decades. Today she's an educator and is the principal of Pinedale Elementary School here in Rapid City. Congratulations, Laura. Looks like her students are up on the rafters. Congratulate her. That's awesome. And now the Distinguished Service Award is going to a slew of Rapid City Journal sports writers And it looks like they've named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that would be Roger Toll and Don Linder, Ron Wood, Steve Donnelly, Vern Anthony, Don Polovich, Daryl Shoemaker. So well-deserved recognition, as over the years the Journal has covered as much as they can, and as the evolution of sports journalism blends with the written and the digital, they're still getting out there to all the events. So congratulations to all the inductees.
Inductees, thank you for the example you set and for the pride you bring to Stevens High School. Raider Nation, please join us tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. in the gym lobby.
So there'll be a reception at 9:30 a.m. in the gym lobby tomorrow. Well, they'll have a reception, and at 10 a.m. a program for these inductees where they will actually get to get up and present. So very well done there by the Stevens Activities Department and the Stevens Hall of Fame Committee. And now the boys will warm up. Before we go to break, we'll run down the numbers for the girls' game. The O'Gorman Knights had a total of 16 turnovers, the Raiders 24. The Knights had 18 steals to the Raiders 10. Rebounds, the Knights had 34, the Raiders 31. Offensively, Knights 11, Raiders 9. And the story was really the shooting, as for the game, the Raiders shot 35% from the field, 7% from three-point land, and 60% from the free throw line, while the Knights for the game were 38% from the field, 30% from three-point land, including 5 by Terveen, and 82% from the line, to give us a total of Stevens Raiders 38, O'Gorman Knights 57. We'll be back in a few minutes to bring you the boys. You're following Raider Athletics on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
It's time for Happy Honda Days at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda. Shop the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda Certified Pre-Owned. Get financing as low as 1.99% APR on certified pre-owned CRVs, HRVs, and other select models. 1.99! Plus, shop a lot full of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, including 4x4s and all-wheel drives, imports, and domestics, all with Rushmore Honda discounts. See us at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
This time of year, you never know what Mother Nature has planned. Be ready for it in a 4x4 truck or sport utility from Danny Menho Toyota. Shop a great selection of go-in-the-snow 4x4s and all-wheel drives, domestics, and imports. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas and Toyota Certified Pre-Owned. Get financing as low as 4.99% APR for up to 72 months on Certified Pre-Owned, including RAV4s. See us at Danny Menho Toyota or DannyMenhoToyota.com.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium and to GoRaidersLive.com and to tonight's Class AA Boys Basketball Contest featuring the visiting O'Gorman Knights and the hosts Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Brought to you subscription-free on GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv, and YouTube Stevens Raiders channel. Well, earlier today we had a chance to visit with first-year head coach Brandon Yellowrobe, and get his thoughts on how the Raiders performed last weekend. And so this is Coach Yellowrobe and his thoughts.
Kind of odd weekend with having our games played just in Watertown and the change of everything, but felt like we really came out against a very, very good Watertown team and played extremely well. We did a lot of things that we wanted to do and had it down to 10 with about 3 minutes left, and had a couple good looks to get it to single digits. So we were really happy with effort and a lot of the things we did in that game, with a lot of things that we learned we needed to build on. Obviously, like a different result, but overall it was a really good effort. Unfortunately, we kind of gave all of our effort against that Watertown team, and then kind of came out against Brookings a little flat and had some trouble guarding the big guy there, and that was a little bit tougher game for us. So learned a lot from that weekend, and looking forward to this upcoming weekend against a couple teams that honestly look pretty similar to what we saw last week.
So that was his thoughts on last weekend, and he went right into what he thought this was going to be tonight against an O'Gorman Knight team.
Disciplined teams play extremely hard, really hard on the defensive end, play well together, look to get the ball inside and do a lot of things there. So felt like it kind of worked out in a way of us learning a lot last week and able to transfer some of that knowledge into this week.
So that was your thoughts from head coach Brandon Yellowrobe. We'll be right back after this quick commercial, and we'll be back with the interview from Anders Christians.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium here on Hall of Fame induction night. Congratulations again to that lineup of Hall of Fame inductees. Daryl Parker, Brittany Garner-Ryman, Jeff Andrews, Jenna Lucas-Dorman, Mike Jones, Laura Teason, Cameron, and the Distinguished Service Award to the Rapid City Journal sports writing staff. So great job there. Earlier tonight we had a chance to talk to Raider boys basketball junior shooting guard, shooting forward, Anders Christensen, number 2. Talked to him about the Central game and that exciting night, and we broke this up into a couple parts. So this is what Anders had to say about the 3 heard across Rapid City, certainly on that night.
Yeah, it was a huge pass. I mean, we were down coming into it, lots of pressure, big crosstown rivalry. I mean, he got the rebound, big moment, kicked it out to me. I knew I had to hit that shot, get us up.
So that was, Anders, very articulate as you can hear, but just calm and collected as we were visiting. And so fun to, get his perspective on this. And then he talked about, the Cobblers came down and forced the Raiders to inbounds the ball, and Anders was inbounding the ball, and he threw an errant pass, but atoned and recovered and stood in and took a big charge, and this is what he had to say about that.
I made sort of a risky pass there, and he caught it, and there's only one thing I can do, which is take the charge, so I stepped up, and I got hit, and luckily they called the charge. So
that night, it was a lot more intense, we'll just say, when that happened. It was a great game. Both teams played so hard, and neither one of them wanted to give in. But it came down to, with 4:15 on the clock, the Cobblers were up by 7, and the Raiders then held them scoreless and outscored them by 10. And we asked Anders what the mentality was, coming off the Raider bench at that moment where they're down by 7 with 4:15. Here's what he had to say.
We knew we were down coming into it. We talked about it at the quarter. We just got to get out there and outwork them and show them that we want it more. And we work harder at practice, and we're going to go out there and get it.
And we ended up talking about, Seth Paul came down and made 2 huge free throws for the Raiders to make it a true one-possession or 3-point game. And, on the inbounds, Pink Crawford did a great job guarding the ball. Tate Van Beek did a great job at help defense, forcing the ball to go lobbed to Waylon Benbow. And we asked Anders to describe what happened from the time Benbow caught the ball near half court and the end of the game.
It was a big moment. A lot of the city was there, and I just wanted to make sure they didn't have a chance to send us to overtime. So I ran out there and just jumped as high as I could and got a hand on it.
So, and that's pretty much how it happened, but it was a lot more electric, obviously, as we were here live for that instant classic again. Both teams just fought their hearts out, but the Raiders just showed some grit and came through. And we ended up asking him, Anders, how's the season going so far? This is what he had to say.
I mean, I thought we've adjusted very well to the new coach. He gets us out there. He works us really hard. And our teammates were working together and doing the best thing we can. And there's a couple games we Could have went out there and won, but we're really working on getting things together, and I think we're going to have a great rest of the season.
So, again, thank you to Coach Yellowrobe, Anders Christensen, to Coach Danbring, and to Mackenzie Schreiber for joining us tonight. Great job on the interviews, and a shout out again to production staff of Avery tonight, who's doing double duty. She's filming the game and producing with the wireless keyboard on her lap and relying on me not to screw anything up. So that's a big task, Avery, but you're doing a good job. Again, thank you for not only following GoRaidersLive.com as a way to follow Raider athletics, but providing a platform for the Stevens Sports Network students to learn and pursue their interests in sports broadcasting. We'll be right back after this 30 to bring in.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Welcome back to GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv, and to those of you following on YouTube. I want to give a shout out real quick to the Raider score table and stats crew for providing us halftime and end game stats. Really helpful to help tell the story of the games for you folks supporting us at home. And a huge shout out to all our sponsors that allow us to bring you these activities and watch these student athletes perform. And now we have the Raider cheerleaders for the boys game. And we have for the boys game Natalie Baker, Vivi Wasson, Kate Terry, Abby Cuppy, Kylie Barnes, Delilah Espinoza, Sadie Morgan, and Kaylin Barnes. And again, the coach is Jamie Exner. And now we'll get the lineups for the Knights. Camden Cece will get the start. Junior Chase Hermanson, number 5, will get the start. Senior number 10, Mason Clark, gets a start.
Senior number 24, Jackson Wheeldryer.
Jackson Wheeldryer, 6'3" senior, number 24, gets a start. And then Alex Christian, number 42, will round out the starting lineup. Head coach, longtime head coach for the Knights, Derek Roby. And now the lineup for the Raiders, coming off a tough weekend. Seth Paul, the senior point guard. The junior guard, 6'1", Lucas Marcus, number 1, will get the start. 6'2", junior, number 2, Anders Christensen, who you heard from earlier. Henry Hansen will get the start tonight for the Raiders. And 6'6", center, sophomore, number 20, Andrew Zimmerman. Tonight's officials: Mike Kirkaby, Shane Gottlob, Daniel Rush. And head coach for the Raiders, heard from him earlier, Brandon Yellowrobe. And we're ready to go. Class AA boys action Knights coming into this one number 9, I believe, and the Raiders number 12 from the seed points. I didn't see the sports writers, so get set to go here. The Knights 7-5. They're coming off a 13-11 2024-25 campaign where they finished 8th, losing that final game to Spearfish. The Raiders 7-14 and lost to Harrisburg in the Sodak 16 last year. They're coming into this one 5-8. Get the start. Pa, Marcus out to the sophomore Zimmerman. Hansen gets the start tonight. He'll kick it over to Lucas Marcus. He'll go baseline. Tough take. Ball's popped out, and Hansen's right there to grab it. 12 on the shot clock for the Raiders, down to 8. Fadeaway jumper, it's off. And the Knights will come down with it. That's number 10, Mason Clark. Puts the ball up, it's not good. Floats around, backs down, and gets to the hand of Clark, and now it goes over to number 24, Jackson Wheeldryer. Now number 4 on the take is Camden Cece. Cece's in the paint, no 3 seconds. He'll get it over to Wheeldryer, will float one up, it's no good, but the Raiders can't secure the rebound, and it goes out to Cece. Cece will kick it over to Mason Clark. Clark, one of the captains, a 6-foot senior guard, will start at the bottom of the logo. He'll get it to number 42, Christian. Gets it back over to Long. 3, it's off, and this time Zimmerman goes down and finally secures the rebound, and he'll bring the ball up. He'll go coast to coast for, no, it's not in. It looked good, but off. Lucas Marcus for 3, it hits! Nonchalantly, no one marked him. He steps back, nails the 3. Raiders lead 3-0. They'll put on a token press here. Knights beat it easily. They'll get it to Cece from Wheeldryer. Cece calls Wheeldryer up. Handoff. Pass over to Clark. Wheeldryer. Clark. Clark sets 3. Off. Zimmerman goes up, boxes out, so Hansen can get the rebound. He'll get it up to the junior, Anders Christensen. Over to Pa. Pa kicks out to Lucas Marcus. He gives a shake, tries to go in, gets it back out to Pa. Pa dribbles, kicks. Lucas Marcus, another 3. That one's off. Well contested by Wheeldryer. Rebound will come out to Christian. He'll hand it off to number 5, Chase Hermanson. Hermanson over to Clark. Clark, a little shake and bake. Gets it to Cece. Cece goes tough baseline. Rolls it up with the left hand and off. Zimmerman comes down with the rebound. He'll get it up to Lucas Marcus. It'll be knocked out of bounds by Camden Cece, and it'll be Raider ball with 5:22 remaining. No team fouls. Raiders lead by 3 off of the 3 by Lucas Marcus. Pa will get the inbounds from Marcus. He'll go to the mascot. Handoff. Kick over to Christensen. Christensen to Zimmerman. Zimmerman comes out high, bottom of the logo. Pa, 3, just off. Looked really good. Clark with the good rebound. He'll get it over to Wheeldryer. Wheeldryer sets for a 3. That's off. Zimmerman with a tough rebound, but then he's ball hawked, and we're going to have a foul. Yeah, it looked like Cece came in and got him. So a tough rebound by Zimmerman. As soon as he brought it down, though, the Knights were on it, but Cece caught him in the arm, and now Braylon Yellowbird, the 6'2 senior guard, number 3, will be in for the Knights. Lucas Marcus to Christensen. Christensen to Pa. Pa almost lost it. Good handles there as he's marked by Christian. Knights will go man-to-man. Lucas Marcus on Clark. He comes in, and they're going to call a travel, even though the Knight had a hand on the ball, but they say Lucas Marcus took an extra hop. Turnover. And we'll go Hermanson to Clark, back to Hermanson. He's marked by Paul. Get it over to Yellowbird. Yellowbird out to Cece. Cece, one hand, will roll it over to Clark. 18 on the shot clock. Back to Cece near the mascot. Hermanson, kick to Clark. Clark thought about a 3, gets it in low to Christian. He goes up, and it's in and out. He gets his rebound, in and out. No, they're going to call a foul. does Gottlob. We'll see who that's going to go on. And he's going to go to line to shoot 2. Good hustle by Christian to get the rebound. So that's Anders Christensen with the foul. Both teams have 1 team foul. And Christian is good with his first throw. He'll go back to the stripe. I can't quite see who's waiting to come in for the Knights. Christian's second is good. Good looking rotation there. Now number 13, Matthew Mead, will come in for the Knights. He'll apply pressure. Seth Paul will bring it up. He'll kick it back over to Hansen. Hansen breaks the timeline, gets it to Lucas Marcus, and it's knocked out of bounds. And we're going to call, nope, it's just going to be out of bounds. It'll stay with the Raiders. Knocked out by Mead, the 6'2 senior, number 13, who just checked in for the Knights. Paul to Lucas Marcus, over to Anders Christensen. To Andrew Zimmerman, the sophomore. He'll try to take Hermanson on the bounce. He does, lays it up against the glass nicely. Great hustle by Lucas Marcus, and he'll step back and hit another 3. Great hustle rebound. He'll just take the ball so calmly and smoothly. It's 6'2 Raiders, and their pressure hurt. Zimmerman's going to get a hand on the ball and knock it out of bounds. And Wheeldryer looks like he's going to come back in. Jackson Wheeldryer, the 6'3 senior. So for the Knights, you're going to have Hermanson, Clark, Wheeldryer, Mead, and Yellowbird. For the Raiders, Lucas Marcus, Seth Paul, Anders Christensen, Andrew Zimmerman, and Henry Hansen, the starters. This one gets down. Clark baseline. He's cut off. He goes inside, and the Raiders nearly intercepted it. It went off of Mead. Seth Paul just couldn't handle it. He didn't anticipate it coming off Mead. Great job, though, defensively. And now to give Christensen a breather will come the junior Tate Van Beek, number 11, for the Raiders. O'Gorman will inbound. They'll get it in tight to Clark. He'll put one up. Not there. Zimmerman goes up the rebound. Yellowbird comes down with it. Kicks it out to Hermanson. Hermanson, a little floater. Not there. Van Beek goes up to the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on the shot. Didn't see it, but they're going to call that by Daniel Rush. That's going to be on Van Beek. And second team foul is on the floor. Hermanson gets it up to Wheeldryer. Over to Mead. Mead to Hermanson to Clark. Clark on the bounce. Looks, goes inside, a little dip, and a good move there. Showed ball, got the Raiders up, and then just did the little dip step through underneath. Good little layup. Zimmerman now will take it right back. Bounce pass into Lucas Marcus. He'll do a little turnaround J, and it's going to fall for Lucas Marcus. That'll be his 8th point of the quarter and the game. Raiders lead by 4 as Clark is marked by Lucas Marcus, and he'll hand him out to Van Beek. And the rotation was a little late. Misses the layup. Unlucky for the Knights. Seth Paw calmly dribbles it up, but he was hawked by Mead, and he gets it out to Hansen. Back to Paw. He's on the logo. He'll step over to the mascot now. He'll look to be on the wing. Lucas Marcus looks to take Yellowbird. It's poked away. No foul. Yellowbird is going to go up and have an easy layup off the steal. Instant offense by Braylon Yellowbird. And the Knights in another turnover. That was Wheeldryer that got his hand in there. Now Hermanson goes baseline, and it's a layup drill for the Knights, and we're tied at 8. Zimmerman to Paul. Zimmerman will take it right to the hole. Gets it underneath to Van Beek. Hoop and harm and one. Tate Van Beek with the finish off the pass from Zimmerman. And he'll go to the line. And this foul is going to be on, can't quite see who they put it on there. No. That'll be on Mead, his first, team second. Van Beek will go to the line for 1. See if the Raiders can shore up some of their shooting woes from the line. Van Beek is off, and the rebound goes to Wheeldryer, who gets it over to Cece, who's back in now. Camden Cece, the 6'2 senior guard, goes to the floor, but recovers, gets help from Alex Christian. Cece looking to take Van Beek on the bounce. Yellowbird feeds into Christian. Christian, tough turn. Yellowbird pops it over to Mead. Mead will go up. Zimmerman had the block, but he did what every referee says don't do in coach, and that's he came down and followed through kind of like a volleyball spike. If he just would have kept his hand high and blocked the shot, he'd been fine, but he went for the swat. He'll get the foul, and Mead will go to the line, and he'll miss the first. Matthew Mead, 6'2" senior forward, his second throw. This one's up, looks a little better. Nope, it's off the back iron. And O'Gorman gets the offensive rebound. CC from Yellowbird. He'll turn, he'll kick it over. Mead, three, good. Wide open look, and the Raiders didn't recover on their rotation, and a three-point basket. Knights lead for the first time. Paul off to a good pass, and they're going to call the walk. He was thinking about going up for a layup, but Christian did a nice job of recovering, and that's going to be a turnover on the Raiders. He'll walk, and now coming for the Raiders is going to be number 24, Will Nebelsick, the 6'5" junior, to give the Raiders some size against Christian. As Zimmerman's going to get a little breather. Try to keep his legs fresh, as this one's been a one-point game with 40 seconds to go. Not get Zimmerman a foul. Smart move by the coaching staff for the Raiders. Screen now is going to be set by Christian. CC doesn't use it. Pa shows charge, but the body control of CC, he just floats around Pa for two. 3-point lead for the Knights. They lead. Raiders 10, Knights 13. Nebelsick sets the screen. Mike Jones. Have to say hello to Mike Jones here. Congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction. Proud of you. It's great seeing you. Great seeing you. Yeah, you take care. Yep, take care, buddy. With 4 seconds to go, it's 15-10. Raiders miss. They put one back up by Nebelsick. It's good! It's good. They're going to count it. So Nebelsick working hard on the board to come in to do his job, and he's going to put it off the glass with .1. So at the end of the first quarter, the Knights 15, and off of the last second shot by Will Nebelsick, your Stevens Raiders 12. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium in Class AA Boys Basketball. You're following Raider Basketball on GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv. After the first, Raiders trail by 3. They had a 6-point lead, but the Knights fought back and had several layups there at a flurry. And we'll get a foul there on Hansen. First team of the quarter, his first, and the Knights will bring it back in. Hermanson to Yellowbird. Now number 30's in the game, that's Talek Schlemgen. Clark will take it on the bounce, football carry and finish. Oh, tough take by Mason Clark. Fearless. Van Beek gets knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay there. There could have been a foul or just a knock out of bounds. Hustling back was number 30, Talek Schlemgen. He got a piece of Van Beek, but also hit the ball out of bounds, and that's what they called. Raiders will stay at the ball. Christensen will get it into Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Paul. to Christensen. Christensen being marked closely by Hermanson. Paw now at the logo. Paw. Back door to Christensen. A little floater, not there. Good kick out. Paw, 3, wide open. It's just short. It was on line. Bad luck for the Raiders. And Clark comes out of there ahead of steam. Challenged by Zimmerman, but finishes around the 6'6 sophomore. And another turnover, but it's going to be turned right back over by Schlimgen, who just couldn't handle it. And the Knights have stretched their lead to 7 here off of a couple good makes by Clark and some turnovers. Let's see if the Raiders here. Sure up possession. Empty possession the last time for them. Raiders just want to get some good shots up. Coach Brandon Yellowrobe said they want to run, get up and down the floor, and take shots. Hansen, a nice drive and a finish and a hoop and a horn, and one for the junior, number 10, Henry Hansen. What a tough take. Split defenders, just stayed strong down the lane. And that's going to be on Schlimgen. Hansen will miss the free throw. Lead to 5. It'll come right back down to Clark. He'll take it right to the hole. Fancy layup, not there, but Schlimgen gets the rebound. He'll get to Hermanson, swatted by Zimmerman, and then Paw knocks it off the backboard to himself. Hansen back to Paw. Wow, up and down here. Both teams not afraid to get going. Yellowbird nearly steals and does on Christensen. Boy, he just gets right in the pocket. And then Clark off the feed misses the easy bunny. And the Raiders dodge a bullet there. Stay down by 5. Looks like Lucas Marcus is set to check in here for the Raiders. Van Beek to Christensen. To Paw. Paw is going to step back, take a 3, just off. And that's going to go out of bounds off of the back of Hermanson, who didn't even see really the ball. It'll stay with the Raiders. Hansen will come out, did a nice job there, nice layup. Lucas Marcus, the 6'1 junior, will come back in. Raiders out of a stack will split Zimmerman and Lucas Marcus and go to Seth Paw, and it goes off his hands out of bounds. Another turnover, an empty possession for the Raiders. And you can see they're getting frustrated down there. Raiders showing some pressure. Looks like they might try to run and jump Clark here. They do. Here comes Van Beek, and he tips the ball, but Hermanson is there. They'll get it back to Clark. So good defensive effort there. Just nearly caused a turnover. Very disruptive. And another wonky layup by Clark, who just gets them all angles. And it'll go out to Wheel Dryer. Kick it out to Yellowbird. Yellowbird will drive, but Zimmerman swats his floater. Christensen will get it to Paw. Paw thought about a 3. He'll step back and let one go. That's off. Lucas Marcus tries to come in, but Yellowbird's good with the ball. He's going to get picked, and they're going to call a foul from behind. And I think that might be Van Beek. So as Lucas Marcus was coming from behind as the Wolf player, Van Beek just got a little bit too much into Yellowbird. That just shows the intensity both teams are playing on defense, especially in transition in the open court. Too late for a sub there. Number 22 tried to get in, Kai Good, but was too late. Cece now, little behind the back on his dribble. Good handles there by him. Yellowbird will take it in and get a left-handed layup, not finished. Zimmerman has a presence in the middle, a no-pass layup to Van Beek and misses. Oh, just like you draw it up, 2 passes, no dribble, length of the floor, and then a long 3 by Yellowbird with Lucas Marcus challenging. He'll drain the 3. 8-point lead here with 4:39 to go before the half. This one goes down to Van Beek. He'll push it out to Paw. Paw gets a little screen from Zimmerman, but floats back in. O'Gorman really guarding the ball in the first pass. Van Beek with an odd angle, just tried to throw it up and get fouled, and he did. So he'll go to the line for 2. And that's on Wheel Dryer, his first. Both teams with 2 team fouls with 4:23 left to go in the first half. shooter's touch there for Van Beek. Be a 7-point lead. Raiders 15, Knights 22. And now Kai Good, the 6'1 junior, will come in as Van Beek will go to the stripe for his second throw here. Left-handed. It's up. It's off the back iron and out. He's 1 of 3 from the line is Van Beek. CC, some good handles. He'll hold on to it. Now the Raiders collapse, but Yellowbird is there. Over to CC from Good. CC will go baseline. Float baseline and beat Hansen. Smooth take by the senior Camden CC. That'll give him 4. Raiders now. Lucas Marcus will go up. Tries a reverse layup, but got fouled by number 50, who's in now. Jackson Truin, the 6'3 sophomore. Jason Truin.
Lucas Marcus at the line, 2 shots.
Lucas Marcus now from the stripe. He'll make the first one.
Returning for the Raiders, number 2.
Raiders trail by 8. Christensen will come back in. On the floor for the Raiders, Christensen, Pa, Marcus, Hansen, Zimmerman. For the Knights, CC, Yellowbird, Mead, Truin, and it looks like number 42 just came in, Alex Gresham. The Raiders are going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back with 3:45 left after this 30.
Somerset.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Zee Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Zee Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium and Raider basketball. The Raiders 17, O'Gorman Knights 24, 3:45 to go in the half here. The Raider faithful looks like it's a cross between Hawaiian and ski slope night here. Having some chance for the Knights. And as always, the Raider administration right there to make sure we keep things respectful. Zimmerman with a great rebound off of a tough miss from Christian. Lucas Marcus to Pa. Nice. Oh, it just rolls in and out. Christensen, no foul called. Pa, 3, in and out again. Zimmerman there. He tries to go up, and they're going to call it jump. No foul. So a flurry where I don't know what else a basket could do to make the ball go out, but it happened twice to Seth Pa. And the shooting, unlucky shooting there for the Raiders, just unlucky bounces, I guess. Their shooting was right where it was supposed to be. Can't have a near miss more near than that. Christensen on the take, gets it to Pa off of the active hands of the Knights. Christensen again. He's going to back down the Knights and try to go up for a shot. He's going to get a 5-second call if he's not careful, and he loses the ball. And then Hansen comes in, and we're going to get a jump ball. And this is going to go to the Knights. So the Knights will retain, or will have the possession off the possession arrow. 2:44 to go in this one. Mead, the 6'2 senior, will inbounds the ball. Raiders applying pressure here. They'll double Clark, who can just get up and down the floor so fast and finish. And he'll get the ball. He's at the logo, and he gets it off to CC. Over to Mead. Clark. And we have an illegal screen, as Good was trying to come off the screen looking for the shot. And Mead, that'll be Mead's second. He'll get called for the little hook there as he did a hook with the hip. And that's a foul. Christensen to Paw. Paw. Over to Hansen. Back to Paw. Paw loses it, but Lucas Marcus is right there. Paw will get to the corner to Christensen. He's in triple threat. He'll go baseline. Kick out Lucas Marcus. In rhythm. That one's off. Cece skies for that rebound. Good pass to Meade. And a left-handed finish isn't there, but Christian is there. Wheel Dryer thinks about three. Cece thinks about three. They'll back it off with 29 on the shot clock. Cece behind the back, and he'll do a little float and finish, and it's good around Zimmerman. Wow. A little bit of magic on that one for the senior Camden Cece. Raiders need a bucket. Paw. Use the screen from Lucas Marcus. Go back to Marcus. He thinks about a three. Tries to dribble, and the active hands of the Knights just make it rough. Zimmerman will take it in. He'll miss on the layup, and it gets floated out to Cece, who's going to turn Paw and then get fouled by Paw. So that foul will go on Paw. Cece will go to the line. That'll be the third team foul on the Raiders. O'Gorman has 4 with 1:20 to go. That's Seth Paw's first. So he's shown good discipline and control in that area. A player the Raiders cannot afford to have in foul trouble. Cece makes the first. Yellowbird comes in, as does Truin. So Cece, Yellowbird, Truin, Clark, Wheel Dryer for the Knights. Christensen, Marcus, Hansen, Zimmerman, Paw, the starting 5 for the Raiders with 1:20 to go. That one's off, but the rebound's there. Block shot. Paw tries to go around the back. He's double teamed. Didn't have help. And it goes right back to the Knights. And Clark will finish with the high layup. Zimmerman alters it, but Cece's there for another offensive rebound. No walk called. Wheel Dryer 3 short. Raiders finally grab it. That's Christensen. He'll get it to Paw. Paw will get it to Hansen. Hansen will get across the timeline. Hansen, bottom of the logo. On the bounce. He'll get it over to Paw. Oh, if that was clean, I think Paw would have had a 3. Gets it to Zimmerman. Falls in. Little finger roll. Left it short. And no good. Another shot just off. Raiders need to buy one here. Trailing by 10. About a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. So the shot clock will stay on. Almost 4 seconds. Clark, with the new rule, can hold the ball. And with 13, now 11, he'll start his approach. He'll go in, football carry, kick it Cece. Cece forced a 3. Good! Wow, Camden Cece, how did he make that? The bad luck continues for the Raiders. They're just, no way. The defense was right there, and the shot fell for the Raiders. So at the half, or at the end of the third period, excuse me. No, it's at the half here. The Knights 30, Raiders 17. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter and stats after words from our generous sponsors, bringing you Raiders Athletics subscription free.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Welcome back. We're going to bring you the Raider Blues halftime performance. Avery will bring you that, and while we wait for some halftime stats, enjoy the Raider Blues. As the Blues dance, we did not get an advisor name. However, we are trying to find that information for you. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720-7663 for a quote or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
Community banking should be kind of personal. That's because there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more, too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium Class AA Boys Basketball. Rapid City Stevens Raiders hosting the O'Gorman Knights out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota on this beautiful winter Friday evening. Let's look at some of the numbers from the half. The tail of the tape really comes down to turnovers and rebounds. The Knights had 6 steals, the Raiders 2. Knights 4 turnovers to the Raiders 9. Total rebounds in the first half for the Knights 24, 16 for the Raiders. The big number, though, is offensive rebounds, and we kind of saw it at the end of the first half there, especially with Camden Cece. They just collected offensive rebounds, 11 for the Knights, 5 for the Raiders. Again, the Raiders just unlucky on some shots, some good shot selection, quality shots, just doing everything but going in. A couple of Seth Pa's shot. I mean, they were a quarter way in and spun out. It just uncanny. But anyway, the Knights shot 38% from the field, so it's not like the Raiders are just letting them have their way. From three-point line, though, 43%. And from the stripe, the Knights were 50%. And in the first half, the Raiders shot 29% from the field, 22% from three-point land, and they were also 3 of 6 for 50% from the line. That brings us to the score. Raiders 17, Knights 30, and we'll be right back to Raider basketball after this 30-second commercial.
It's time for Happy Honda Days at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda. Shop the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Get financing as low as 1.99% APR on certified pre-owned CRVs, HRVs, and other select models. 1.99. Plus, shop a lot full of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, including 4x4s and all-wheel drives, imports, and domestics, all with Rushmore Honda discounts. See us at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show with big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. and stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Welcome back to GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv. Again, want to give a shout out to our student producer tonight, Raider Sports Network, Avery. She came in, thought she was going to have help, and this didn't work out. At any rate, she adapted to that adversity just like we want these young people to be able to do, and she's doing a great job, not only following the action with the camera, but doing all the producing, updating the scores, running commercials, all that. Here we go. Raiders trail by 13. Christensen to Pa. Pa at the logo. Pa, the Raiders look to heat up Pa. He's scoreless for the evening, which is very rare for the Raiders senior. Christensen takes a bump. No call. Zimmerman gets it over to Hansen. Hansen back down low to Zimmerman. To Lucas Marcus, and that one's off, but a foul. So another close attempt, but that one was not good because of the foul. Hermanson thought he got him clean, but to no avail as officials are right there. And Lucas Marcus doing a nice job from the line tonight for the Raiders. Will cut the lead to 12. Cece will come out with another rebound. He almost loses it, but gets it back. Clark now, the logo. Cece on the mascot. Fires a pass to Christian, who held it. Wheeldryer stops, thinks about it, shoots. Knew it was going to be off. Hansen with the good rebound. Paw to Lucas Marcus and picked by Cece. Let's see, Cece's going to get up and put it down. Nope, he's just going to go with the layup. And instant offense for the O'Gorman Knights in Camden Cece. Lucas Marcus Christensen, three, looks good, good. Need him to wake up after his huge cross-down rival effort and his big three. 11-point game again. Clark, so tough on the dribble, gets it out to Wheeldryer in rhythm, good. Wheeldryer. The senior hits a three. He was quiet in the first half. That'll be his first points. Zimmerman, take it. Little floater, off glass, not there. Wheeldryer with the rebound. He'll take it on the bounce. He'll slow it up and get it over to Hermanson. Hermanson in the corner to Clark. Clark baseline, tough take. Zimmerman's there, gets a piece of it, goes off of Lucas Marcus's hip, and the Raiders can't take advantage of the turnover. Clark, or near turnover. Clark, Wheeldryer, back to Clark, then back to Wheeldryer. Hermanson, Christian, back to Hermanson. Kick it out to Wheeldryer. He'll take Lucas Marcus on the bounce and just float one up. And Wheeldryer in the last two possessions increases his total to 5. Paw. Back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman on the logo. 20 on the shot clock for the Raiders. Zimmerman behind the back. Tries to get a pass into Lucas Marcus. Just too many bodies. And Cece just forces the action. Just comes down at his pace. Kept Zimmerman off balance with the pace of his handles. And just dynamically finishes. Pretty impressive with an 18-point lead now for the Knights. Zimmerman will come out, get the ball. He looks down to Lucas Marcus, and the pass was there, but it knocked off of Hermanson, off of Lucas Marcus, and out of bounds, and the Raiders are just frustrated. So close to a lot of baskets, and then they've had some of those plays, 2 or 3, where the ball just caroms around and goes out, and I think Lucas Marcus came out, and assistant coach Xander Keene is with him, and they're going right to the trainer. Oh, no, let's hope everything's okay. Let's hope it's just a tweak. Yeah, we'll keep our eye on that as Cece brings it up for the Knights. 4:58 to go. Knights now in for the Knights is number 35, Jack Salter. That one goes up, not good. Good rebound by Van Beek. He'll bring it down off the bounce and the hustle. Hansen, his shot off the glass is good. Cece being marked by Christensen now. Christensen did a good job of beating him to the spot there. But Cece, so quick, will go up, show ball, turnaround jumper, no, knocked around, and it'll be out of bounds. It's going to be Raider ball. Nothing's been easy. It looked like that was going to be a Raider rebound, but the active hands of the Knights all night, especially Cece and Yellowbird, just very active with their hands. Hermanson making things very disruptive for the Raiders. 16-point lead now. Christensen. He'll shoot from there. Pops out. Van Beek takes a quick three. That draws air. And with the rebound will be Talik Schlimgen. 3-point for Pretty Bird. It's off. Or Yellowbird, excuse me. That was Braylon Yellowbird with the three. Had a good look at it, but that was off. And then we're going to get a foul on Wheeldryer. Van Beek to Paw. And Christensen, 3, good! His second of the half, 6-point, 13-point lead. And a steal, right back to Paw, to Van Beek, to Paw. Nice unselfish extra pass there. Paw will finish 11-point game, Raiders. Yellowbird will go up. Zimmerman, great job of keeping his defensive position, legal guarding position, and went straight up. Misses that one, tipped around, almost went in off of the tip from Van Beek. And now a wide open layup for the Knights and number 30, Talek Schlimgen. Raiders look like they're a little tired after that flurry. Trail by 13. A score, a stop, and a score, and you cut it down to single digits, which would be a 3-possession. Zimmerman. Raiders slow it down a little bit here to gather their breath a little bit. That's a long pass to Paw, and he stepped on the line. So another turnover and empty possession for the Raiders as their frustrations mount. Working so hard, show a little flurry, and a good timeout here. It's like it's going to be a full timeout for Coach Brandon Yellowrobe and the Raiders. We'll be right back here following Raider basketball on GoRaidersLive.com.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to Raider basketball. Coming out of the timeout, Raiders cut into the lead, got it to 11, and then had an errant pass and gave up an open layup. So we are at Raiders 28, Knights 41. Hermanson to Clark. Has Yellowbird on the flank. He'll get it to him. Back over to Hermanson. Now Meade is back in. Schlimgen. Three-pointer by Hermanson, and it's going to hit the shot clock and be a turnover back to the Raiders. So let's see if the Raiders can capitalize on that miss and dead ball. Paw. Marked by Yellowbird. Van Beek, tough pass to Hansen, got it there. Christensen. Paw. He's on the logo. He'll be guarded by Meade. Meade with the little hand check. Meade's going to get in and get the ball and get it up to Clark. What an outstanding play by the 6'2 senior, number 13, Matthew Meade. And Clark will finish the easy two. Miss there by the Raiders. And an open layup to Meade. Almost looked like he took an extra step or he was going to try to dunk it. But at any rate, Schlimgen now knocks the ball out of the way. It'll stay with the Raiders. And just those active, disruptive, long, dynamic players the O'Gorman has, just causing disruption, and another 30 by the Raiders. Will stay right here for this one as Coach Brandon Yellowrobe is just trying to get the energy back up into the Raiders. They had a flurry there where they brought it back to win at 11. They were showing great energy and hustle, and in the last couple of possessions, the Knights just have the personnel to kind of wearing down the Raiders. Raiders will come out with Christensen, Lucas Marcus, Henry Hansen, Van Beek, and now Will Nebelsack will come back in for the Raiders to give Zimmerman a break. The Knights will have Schlimgen, Mead, Clark, Yellowbird, and Hermanson. Van Beek to Lucas Marcus. He tries to take Hermanson on the bounce. Not there. He'll get it over Christensen. Quick three. That's off. Van Beek is right there. He'll put it right back up. That's off. He goes in to try to get the rebound, and he catches Hermanson. That's going to be on Van Beek. His third. First team foul of the third on the Raiders. O'Gorman only has 2 with 1:22 left. Bonus situation probably won't come into play for either team here. Clark at the mascot. Gives it to Yellowbird. To Mead. Mead surveys Schlimgen. Schlimgen fires down to Hermanson. That is about the first easy one O'Gorman's missed. Good rebound by Nebelsack, and the hands of Yellowbird are right there. We're going to get a scrum, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession is going to go to the Knights. Excuse me. Now in for the Knights, number 22, Kai Good, the 6'1 junior. In with Yellowbird, Clark, Mead, and Schlimgen. So they've really been able to arrest a lot of their starters here, and that's going to be a foul on Nebelsack. Schlimgen did a good job of just finding that angle and taking it straight to the basket. That'll be Nebelsack's first, team second, 55.9 to go. Schlimgen will step to the stripe for his throws, and he'll make the first one. The Knights have extended their lead to 18. Paul comes back in along with Zimmerman. Schlimgen, second, is off. Zimmerman with a nice rebound. Marcus to Paul. Paul thought about taking Clark on the dribble, steps back out. Christensen off the screen of Zimmerman. Use another one. Hansen kicks it out. Christensen from the corner. Three, good! Anders Christensen, 9 for the half. Pa tries to get it from Yellowbird. Yellowbird comes right back down and answers with his 7th point of the night. Lucas Marcus will come down. It's knocked away. It'll get up to Yellowbird. Yellowbird step through, finish, and going to have a block. And that's going to be on Christensen. His second, team third with 12.4. That'll send Yellowbird to the line. His first trip to the stripe tonight. Braylon Yellowbird, 6'2 senior, will make the first. Get the little shooter's touch there. Ferris Pendergraph will check in for the Raiders. 5'10 guard. Yellowbird's second is short. He'll miss that one, and O'Gorman will get the rebound. Hansen finally come out of it. Yellowbird almost swatted another one. Christensen going to try to get a shot off. Does, and it rolls around, and it's going to be no good. And at the end of 3, the O'Gorman Knights 49, your Stevens Raiders 31. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
This time of year, you never know what Mother Nature has planned. Be ready for it in a 4x4 truck or sport utility from Danny Menno Toyota. Shop a great selection of go-in-the-snow 4x4s and all-wheel drives, domestics, and imports. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas and Toyota Certified Pre-Owned. Get financing as low as 4.99% APR for up to 72 months on certified pre-owned, including RAV4s. See us at Denny Menho Toyota or DennyMenhoToyota.com.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Welcome back to the day.
Welcome back as we get ready to start this final stanza of this Class AA boys matchup. Raiders just not able to sustain their comeback, and the Knights have been able to maintain and extend their lead. Paw. He'll step back. 3. Good! Paul! He'll get his 5th point. And the Raiders continue to fight in this one. Yellowbird takes a little bounce from Pendergraph, but no foul. Cece with the ball. He's had a good rest here. He slings it over, but it's an errant pass, one-handed to Paw. Paw, Cece coming on quick. He'll go to the lane. He'll throw it up. It's not good. He'll throw another one up short. Zimmerman will go up, and 2. So Zimmerman battles off of the Paw miss, and it's down to a 13-point lead. Another good 4-point flurry for the Raiders. Yellowbird drives in a tough take. Floater in the paint, and then we're going to get technical or a warning.
Technical foul number 3, Braylon Yellowbird.
And Yellowbird will get a technical on that play. That'll be his first foul, as technicals are marked as fouls. Paw will go to the line. He'll make the first, and the Raiders, Seth can make 2, and Raiders get the ball and score. That could be a 4 or 5 point swing, which would be huge for the Raiders. He makes both. So with Yellowbird's basket and Paw's free throws, it's still a 13-point game, but the Raiders have an extra possession out of this off the technical. Paw fires in. Pendergraph, that one got touched, but Van Beek is right there for the putback. An 11-point lead as the Raiders cut in with 6:40 to go. Wheel dryer to Cece. Cece gets it down to number 50, Jackson Truen. Truen will turn and get fouled by Zimmerman, who went up just a little late. That's only his second, team first for this quarter, as official Shane Gottlob explains what he did. Truen now, Jason Truen, the 6'3 sophomore, will put some throws up for the Knights. First one, good. That'll be huge for the Knights if they can make their free throws. Although Raiders and Knights still have 4 fouls to give each before there's a bonus situation. Truen, his second throw. It's up, and it looks good, and it is. Raiders 40, Knights 53, 6:25 to go. Paw with the ball. He'll stop at the bottom of the logo. He'll get it to Christensen. Christensen on the bounce, backs up, looking for angles. He finds Pendergraph on the handoff to Christensen, down low to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will work inside, a little jump hook, and good. Zimmerman waking up here this half. He's got 4, was held scoreless in the first. 42-53. Henry Hansen looking to check back in. Clark on the bounce, will take it in, and going to get a foul. Ball came out of there, but foul, and that's going to be, I think, Pendergraph maybe on the foul. It was Pendergraph's first, the 5'10 junior. He'll come out after a nice spell for Hansen. And Meade will get it in. He looked for Clark, not there. He'll go all the way out to Cece. Cece on the logo, marked by Paul, will float by, get it in to Truin, and Truin's going to get fouled. See who that's going to go on. Is that Zimmerman? So he's up to 3 fouls. And Truin made both of his last time. Let's see if he can continue that on this trip, and he makes the first one. So what a great fundamental skill to have for a 6'3" sophomore player, is have a good free throw release and rotation. And Truant, his second throw up. That one's going to be short. And who's going to come up with it? Hansen eventually gets it, and he'll get it to Pa. 5:30 and change to go in this one. Raiders trying to get this lead to single digits in 2 or 3 possessions. Hansen off the bounce, thought about it, tried to go to Pa, and he's going to be out of bounds.
Out of bounds on Gorman basketball.
Empty possession for the Raiders. I didn't quite see how long they were in that shot clock, but missed a good chance to cut into this one. Yellowbird off the take is back in. Hermanson, 3, good. Chase Hermanson will drain a 3 and extend the lead back to 15 for the Knights. 5 to go. Pa between the logo and the letters. He'll stop. Pop. Long. Not there. Rebound Christensen. He'll stop and take a quick 3. Good! His 4th 3 of the half, giving him 12 points. Cece will go in against Zimmerman and finish. Hansen will fly up, get it to Pa for 3. Good! His 8th point of the half. Cece comes right back down. Almost lost a dribble, hand onto it. Hermanson. Little floater over the top of Zimmerman. And we're going to get a timeout by Derek Roby, who might want to say, hey, why are we matching their up and down? Let's let some clock run off. At any rate, that looks like it's going to be a 30. So we'll stay right here. And for those of you that may have missed it, we'll one more time here recognize and name the Hall of Fame inductees for Raider Athletics for this year. Daryl Parker, Brittany Garner-Ryman, Jeff Andrews, Jenna Lucas Dorman, Mike Jones, Laura Teason-Cameron, and the Rapid City Journal for getting the Distinguished Service Award. So again, there will be a reception at 9:30 tomorrow morning, and then a program at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's also when games start. So if you can make it to that, that'll be great. So congratulations again to those Hall of Fame inductees for the Raider Athletic Hall of Fame. Christensen from Hansen. Christensen almost slipped, maintains control, gets it out to Pa. Pa wanted a 3. Christensen tries to go backdoor, not there. Pa, 10 on the shot clock. Floater off the glass, good! Tough take. And that'll be 10 for Pa. Rarely does he go under double figures, but not only does he have to get him in one half. Cece, good handles, almost to travel. He gets it down low. A big push and an elbow by Jackson Truin. No call. At any rate, he missed. Raider get the rebound, and then they throw a long pass, and it's intercepted by Hermanson. And it'll eventually wind up in the handles of the senior Mason Clark. Clark, 3 to go here. Just 3 and change here. Guarded by Van Beek. He traveled. That's a travel, and a good job by the junior, number 11, 6'2", Tate Van Beek. Great job of defense there. Clark's been so confident on those takes. That time Van Beek forced him into an error. Raider ball. Pa O'Gorman still with that full court pressure, and they'll put Yellowbird with those very active hands defensively. Got a great dig hand, great instincts there, and he'll be on Paw. Paw. Nowhere for a three. They get it to Van Beek. Van Beek takes a little bump. Paw takes a bump from Clark. No call. Paw steps back. Three. Just off. Comes in. Van Beek is there. Hansen's there. Trying to get the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Raiders. Went out of bounds. And the Raiders can bring this to single digits in a 3-possession game. And it looks like we're going to have a full timeout for the Raiders. We'll be right back following these messages.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
Salter will come in, the senior, for the Knights. For the Raiders, senior Drayson Paulson. See if they can get the ball to Paulson and get some threes up. That one's no good as well. Christensen, he'll take it up. Floater off the glass, not there. He gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Pa. Pa for three. It's off the back. It's tipped out to Paulson. Paulson, step back three. It's off. And with 49 seconds to go, there's going to be, what do we got here? Timeout called maybe? Oh, with 39 seconds to go, clock stoppage. I don't know if it was for substitutes or what happened, but 44 seconds to go now, and the Knights will inbound it again, but in the backcourt, Pa on Clark. Clark all the way in, left-handed, not there, but the rebound goes to the senior Salter. Kicks it back out to Clark in the corner. Clark will spin. Get it to number 31 for the layup, and that's missed by Hardy. The Knights really want to get Hardy a bucket. Pa for three. And the Raiders will call a timeout with 14.4, trailing by 11. This will be a full timeout. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Welcome back here. We got the final 14.4 seconds. O'Gorman and Jack Salter will take it out. He'll get it to Clark. Raiders try to foul. They don't. And it's going to get up to number 31, Nate Hardy, and they got him his two. And this one's going to end. Paul with the three, and it's off. So the Raiders, 55. The Knights of O'Gorman, 66. The Raiders just couldn't break that barrier into that 10-11, being down by 19, 17, 15 a lot during that last quarter. They hung in there and fought, but just came up short. We will be back after a few commercials until we get the stats, and then we'll bring you the stat recap and call her a night here. So we'll be right back after these words.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person like Lance at Van Zee Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Banzi Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
We'll go one more here. Oh, here he comes. No, that's okay. He's coming. By the time he gets up here, it'll be close.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Welcome back for the recap here, as the Raiders will move to 5-9. The Knights will improve to 8-5. The Raiders will come right back and play Brandon Valley tomorrow, girls and boys, and obviously the Knights will head over to Central to play the Cobblers. Well, the final breakdown of the numbers for O'Gorman, they had 11 steals. The Raiders had 5. O'Gorman had 8 turnovers to 20 by the Raiders. 34 total rebounds for O'Gorman, 36 for the Raiders. Offensively, it ended up at the end of the game even at 13 apiece, as the Raiders were more aggressive. For the game, the shooting of the Knights, they were 46, almost 46.5% from the field, so they improved their shooting percentage and went up to 39 from 3 points and stayed at 50 from the stripe. The Raiders, 38 from the line, 37.5 from three-point land, and 67% from the foul line to give us that total. Stevens Raiders 55, O'Gorman Knights 66. So we'll be back here tomorrow again for the JV girls, then JV boys, and then we'll have the varsity girls followed by varsity boys. So for our student producer Avery, the score table, who did a great job, and the stats people, another congratulations to the Hall of Fame inductees. That'll do it for us here on GoRaidersLive.com. Thank you for following Raider Athletics subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv. We'll see you next time.